the Huntsman World Senior Games Active Life. My name is Kyle Case, and I'll be your host on this amazing journey as we attempt to help you get the most out of your life. Joining me in the studio today is my co-pilot, Jeff Harding. Jeff, how are you today?
I am great, Kyle. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, the games have been going for a couple of weeks now, and what's not to feel great about?
That's right. We are well past halfway through. In fact, we're just on the downward slide now.
You might even say 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? We've just got a few more days. It's Thursday, so we've got the rest of today, Friday, and then Saturday, and then the competitions themselves wind up. And then, of course, we keep going with preparations and cleanup and wrap up and all those things.
Yes.
But it's been great.
Things don't magically put themselves away. As much as we've hoped for that, it just doesn't happen.
We keep wishing for that, the fairies that would just show up in the middle of the night and take care of the cleanup, but it has not yet happened, although I'm still holding out hope.
Well, there are cleanup fairies I've heard.
Oh, you've heard?
But I've never experienced it personally.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to keep hoping then.
Okay, well, you keep hoping. But I also wanted to point out that we still have two sports yet to start.
Well, that's true. We do.
We have Shuffleboard and mountain biking that have yet to start. They start tomorrow.
So we have 28 total sports that we offer at the Huntsman World Senior Games, and a lot of them have come and finished by now.
Yep.
But as Jeff said, we've still got a couple of things to come, and today will be a check-in day for mountain bike, and Shuffleboard actually began today.
What was the practice?
Yesterday was their practice. We added an extra day to Shuffleboard because our numbers increased.
That's right.
Yesterday was practice. Today's the first day, and they'll continue tomorrow and Saturday as well. And it's been great.
It has been, and I've not run into anybody that hasn't been having a wonderful time.
It seems like people, the athletes that are here at the Huntsman World Senior Games, they've brought with themselves a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, and it's infectious. It's hard to not feel that.
It is. It is. It's like the smile. It's when somebody's smiling at you, it's hard not to smile back.
Right?
Right.
So just a couple of quick things that I wanted to maybe bring people up to speed on. This Games has been very successful from a participation standpoint. We don't have a final number yet, and the reason for that is because with teams, there's always the potential for roster changes, and there are injuries and things like that. And if a basketball team, for example, comes into town and they've got 6 players and 2 of them go down to injury, we don't want to cancel that entire team out. It's not fair to those other 4 players. And so we allow changes and additions and things like that.
Or to the teams that are scheduled to play.
And so consequently, we do allow some of those changes to take place in the middle of the games, which is why we don't have a final registration number right now. But we're estimating that about 10,700 total athletes will have competed and registered and been a part of the Huntsman World Senior Games this year, which is fantastic.
That's an amazing number.
We compare ourselves from a number standpoint and just the style of event that we are often to the Olympics. And just to put that in perspective, I've said this before, but that number, 10,700, is more athletes than competed in the London Olympics.
And our athletes are a lot more fun.
They are
a lot more fun.
There's no question about that. So it's a big games. As I said at the beginning, 28 different sports. A lot of the sports have started and finished. Some of the traditional Olympic-style sports, track and field, swimming, 3-on-3 basketball, soccer,
the running races,
the road races, cycling. A lot of those have already finished. But we had incredible results in a lot of those sports. We had world records that were actually set this year. Did you hear about the 1,500 meter?
Yes.
Yeah. So we had a wonderful 90-year-old woman who ran the 1,500 meter race. Attempting to set a world record. Here's the interesting thing. Here's the rest of the story, as they say.
Yes.
We were really watching and interested in that 1,500 because we thought she had a good chance of doing it, and she just barely missed it. She ran a great race, but she didn't quite hit it. But as we were reviewing her results, we discovered that earlier in the week, she actually broke the record for the 3,000.
Yes.
So she set a world record for the 3,000 meters, and
just missed it on the 1,500.
Yeah, but still an incredible effort and a great meet for her. We had a number of Huntsman World Senior Games records as well as national records set in cycling. We had some great records set in swimming, and just all around great play.
And a lot of people doing their personal best.
Absolutely, which is really what it's all about. The records are great.
As Rafer told us in the
Yes,
opening
yes,
ceremonies.
that is right.
Be your
Rayford
best.
Johnson was our speaker, our keynote speaker at the opening ceremonies, and his theme resonates, I think, for everybody,
That's
and that
right.
is to be the best that you can be with the resources that you have, and we have seen that in spades. There's no question about it.
No question. And speaking of being your best,
Absolutely. We have today with us in the studio two of the very best of the best in the world in volleyball. Let me give just a little bit of background, and then I want to introduce these wonderful ladies. Our event, as you know, Jeff, is an open event, which means that anybody can sign up and register. You don't have to
Right.
qualify at another event. You don't have to be good in any way. It helps if you are, but you don't have to be. It's an open event, so the only qualification is you have to be 50 or older.
right?
And we have all ranges of skill levels.
Yes.
We have the very beginners, people who have just decided on a whim to pick up the shot put and see what they can do, and then we have people who have practiced and trained and worked their whole lives, and we have everything in between.
Everything in between, right?
We do have a special event that's a little bit different than that, and we call it the Global Cup World Senior Volleyball Championship. And this
Right.
event is special because it's an invitation-only event. And it's a volleyball tournament where you come representing your country. We only allow one team per country to compete in the Global Cup.
That's right.
And so today, in studio with us, we have two of the German team that are with us, and we're very excited and want to wish them a warm welcome to Petra and Terry. How are you guys today?
We're doing great. How are you, Kyle?
Good, good, good.
We're
Thank
getting
you,
really
guys.
excited.
Well, wonderful. Thank you guys for being with us. Not only is this in the middle of their tournament, but they have positioned themselves to be ranked number one in the Global Cup through their pool play. They've played well. They've won the matches that they needed to win. They're ranked number one, and that gold medal match happens tonight, Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. So in
Not
just a
Tuesday
couple of
night.
hours.
Tonight.
Excuse me. Tonight is Thursday night.
Yes.
I don't want to lose those days.
No, well, folks, just understand the days run together after 2 weeks.
The weeks start to run together.
No sleep. Yeah.
That is for sure. But Thursday night at 7 o'clock at Desert Hills High School, the gold medal match for the Global Cup will be contested. And these two ladies will be playing, and they'll be playing against Team USA. So it's going to be an incredible match. Earlier this morning at 10 o'clock, USA and Canada played for the right to move forward. Canada lost out. They'll be taking home the bronze medal.
Receive the bronze, right?
But the silver and the gold will be awarded tonight, and it's exciting. So let's get to know both of these ladies just a little bit better. Petra, starting with you. You have obviously had a lot of experience in volleyball, but tell us a little bit about how you got into volleyball and how you've continued to maintain the high skill level that you have.
Oh, I'm playing already since 30 years, but I already stopped 3 times or 4 times, and always the team picked me up again and said, no, you are not yet old enough. You cannot already stop. So I started again. And by the inspiration of the team, I always continued to keep fit, and I hope it will stay for some time anymore.
That's great. That's great. So you started playing as a youth in Germany.
Yes, at the age of 18. And at that time, that was very late. And nowadays, the girls already start at the age of 10.
Yeah.
But I already finished high school and started afterwards. It was just by coincidence because in my youth, I played table tennis. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But then I realized I'm too tall with 1 meter 80. It's too tall to play table tennis. And then I switched to volleyball. And I'm happy that I have changed.
And in America, that's about 6 feet tall.
Yeah, she is about 6 feet tall. And so you started out with table tennis. And then, so who was it that introduced you to volleyball? Obviously, you probably stood out as someone who was tall, but...
No, it was just a question of what to do with this tall body you have.
Yeah.
And to do something and keeping fit and enjoying a little bit the team spirit. And the team spirit was a convincing point, giving me the chance to start playing volleyball.
Were you at university when you started playing?
No, not at university. In Germany, we do have these clubs. So I joined in a club with some friends, and this club situation is in Europe quite popular.
Yes. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, let's find out a little bit about Terry as well. Terry, tell us, when did you start playing volleyball, and how have you maintained your level of competition?
I started at about 15 and a half, which is also considered
A little bit late.
a little bit late.
Yeah.
But I played, because I grew up in Southern California, and I was a tomboy, I played with my brother football, basketball, baseball, whatever he was doing, and would take me with him.
All kinds of sports.
So by the time I got to high school, I started running track, and our track coach was also a volleyball coach, and she had been to the '68 Olympics.
Oh, so
Wow.
she
And
was
so
well versed in
She
volleyball.
kind of watched me running track and said, "You're getting big enough. Maybe you could come out and try out in the fall for volleyball and play that." And luckily, she also was about a year later one of the junior national coaches and asked me, "Maybe you want to try out for that team too." And that's how I got started at an international level.
And so you played on the junior national team for the United States.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So how long did you do that?
I played junior nationals until I got out of college almost, but we kind of changed from junior nationals to nationals all in one big jump. The U.S. was trying to qualify for the '80 Olympics. We had never qualified for an Olympics before. It was always invitational before that.
Wow. I
And
didn't know
so we needed to be one of the best 8 teams in the in the world. And we knew we needed to get the best together. And we had an offer from Colorado Springs, which is now where the Olympic Training Center is. They turned, at that time, the Air Force Base into an Olympic Training Center, and we were the first team to be there the whole year around. So our junior national team and a team out of Texas, which was the national team, got together to build a team to qualify for 1980. And we stayed 2.5 years there, qualified for '80, and then had to boycott.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
that year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you ate, drank, and slept volleyball for 2 years.
Pretty much.
I'm assuming that you had opportunities beyond practice. You played internationally during that time.
Oh, yeah.
So was it a regular situation where you would pack up and travel to South America or to Europe?
Quite often.
Quite often.
We also had probably a historic tour in the United States. We did 30 days, and in those 30 days, 28 different cities
Oh, my
across the
word.
United States,
Where you
from
played
Alaska,
games?
Hawaii, New York, California. In Minnesota, I think we had over 20,000 people in the gym.
Wow.
It was a huge, one of
Impressive.
the big, I can't remember what they're called.
Football stadium or
No, it was a hall. It was a gym. It was a gymnasium, but it's one that they use for track and everything.
Oh, okay.
So it was one of these huge halls.
Wow.
And we had a blast. We only lost 2 matches to Japan on that tour.
Really?
So it was
So
pretty
you
neat.
did
It was a
well.
fun time. Yeah.
So you had really prepared yourselves as a team, and then it had to have been just a devastating blow to find out that the United States was boycotting the 1980 Olympics. Talk just a little bit about that and how that felt, and what you did to kind of bounce back from it.
Well, we've been training almost 2 years, and just before Christmas vacation, we got to take a vacation too once in a while.
Yeah.
Our coach was saying, "Okay, the political situation at the moment looks like there might be a boycott. We're going to try and at least protest against it, but it's a possibility. So, you guys are going home. I want to see you at the beginning of January to practice again, but be prepared because this might be something that's going on." So we got back, I don't know, probably around the second week of January from our Christmas vacation, and it was pretty sure that the boycott was going to happen. And he kind of gave us a few little things to motivate us. We ended up painting our gym, which was actually an old truck garage
Yeah.
that had been built into a gym. We painted all the sides of it with different motivating things. One of our songs at the time was "We Are Family,"
Yeah.
because we were a family together playing volleyball and trying for one goal together. So he tried those things. By May, though, we knew it wasn't going to work, and the decision from the Olympic Committee was not to go because Carter asked the Olympic Committee to do this. Otherwise, all of the support would be gone.
Yeah.
It kind of hurt, and we were definitely devastated. But over half of this team stayed and later went to win a silver in '84.
84 games.
Yeah.
Great. So just jumping ahead a few years, Terry, you obviously, as you said, you grew up in the American volleyball system, but you're now representing Team Germany in the Global Cup. So just briefly tell us how you've arrived there and what has happened since.
After being in Germany for what should have been a pre-Olympic tournament in 1980, we were asked to send a couple players to Germany to help build their volleyball program, to let them see what it's like to train hard and improve your skills and give the volleyball a chance to grow. And so our coach, Ari Selinger, asked 2 players, our captain, Patty Dowdell at the time, and me to go to Germany and be those representatives to help Germany build a new program. And so Patty went first, and then when the team wasn't doing quite as well as they expected in Germany, they asked, well, where's the second player? So he sent me, and I ended up getting stuck there after... was supposed to stay only 3 to 6 months, and I ended up staying a little bit longer. It's been quite some time now.
Yeah, you've been there for a couple of decades now, haven't you?
Exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you have a residency in Germany?
I do. And I have a German passport. No, because they didn't let me at that time.
Okay.
Germany didn't accept dual citizenship, so I had to write a lovely notice to our embassy why I was giving up my citizenship was a hard thing.
Yeah.
And let them know that it was actually athletic grounds and not political reasons. So it was a tough decision, but I wanted to live in Germany with my husband and not someplace in between, and I wanted to continue playing volleyball. Sports was important to me, and it still is.
So your husband is German.
Yes.
And so you've been able to build a life in Germany, and now you're representing Germany at the Global Cup and have for... a couple of Global Cups, actually.
This is my 4th.
Yeah. So it's been great. So let's talk a little bit about the Global Cup itself. This year is the 10th anniversary of the Global Cup. And for those who don't know and aren't familiar with the format, we alternate every other year. One year we have the men's teams that come, and the other year we have the women's teams. So we've had 10 years. This is the 5th time that we've had the women here. How has the level of play, Petra, been from a volleyball standpoint, and how do you feel that those games have gone so far up to this point?
I'm always pretty much amazed how the high level the games are going on, because you said it already, the ladies are 50 plus, but the game level they are playing, it's really amazingly high. And it's so much fun seeing that the ladies are so fit. They have a lot of athletics. They have a lot of discipline. And the matches are on an extremely high level, which is extremely amazing. You do not expect it, and you are always surprised realizing that it's, wow, what a high level you have to fight with.
That is for sure. You're listening to the Huntsman World Senior Games Active Life, and we're visiting with Petra and Terry, who are playing on Team Germany in our Global Cup. And Petra was just talking about the high level of competition. Jeff, you know, at the staff at the games, we all have different areas that we're over. And the Global Cup has been one of the things that I've been in charge of, and I've assigned my wife, Mindy, to help out with that so that I can always stay involved with the Global Cup because she's there. And it is true, Petra, what you just said. The level of play is incredible. I remember the first time that I watched these games, I was blown away at that level of play, and I've brought my kids over, and they just, can't believe that 50-year-old and older people can play at that level. And it's like this morning at the bronze medal match that we were watching, every point was earned. There are no give me points in this tournament, not at all. You have to earn every single point, and it's exciting to watch.
Petra, do you find that one of the reasons that the competition level is so high is because that if the athletes have maybe lost a quarter of a step, they've made it up in court savvy, court smarts?
You don't think. The moment you're on the court, you just try to play as much as you can, and you forget your age, at least for the seconds. So at least for this time of the match, you forget your age and you try to play as the best you are able to. And with the colleagues of your team, they are all playing on a very professional level. So this makes you even playing a little bit better compared to your normal level.
The energy that you get. Now,
yes.
Now, I know that Team Germany does a lot of cheering. Those that aren't playing do a lot of cheering. Does that motivate you to play even harder?
We are a wonderful team consisting of 14 ladies, and there are 6 on the court, and the other, they are singing, motivating, and it's part of the team, and it's independently where you're standing, on the court or besides the court. You belong to the whole team, and the singing is giving you the energy to give all you can.
It is kind of fun. Then the crowd, those that are from Germany and the crowd are kind of joining in, and it's amazing that the synergy and the energy that's created from that.
There is a very, very high level of energy, and Petra really hit it right on. What I've observed is that you really do forget your age, because these girls are diving. They're pancaking. They're spiking. They're jumping. I mean, it's hard to just describe in words. You really need to experience it. And let me just formally invite anyone who's listening to come on out and watch this gold medal match tonight. Again, it's tonight at 7:00. It's at Desert Hills High School in the main gym. It's free.
How much does it cost?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. So everyone is invited to come. If there are volleyball teams, clubs, or high school teams, or middle school teams, or otherwise that are interested in watching what level of play is available and possible at 50 plus, tonight is the night to come and watch that and to see that and to be a part of it. Again, it's at 7:00 at Desert Hills High School.
And if I could just throw out this, even if you're not a big volleyball fan, I didn't grow up watching volleyball.
Yeah.
But I find myself getting caught up in the energy and the athleticism and everything that the Global Cup stands for.
You can't help but feel impressed at the passion that is exhibited on the court and that both teams are playing with, and it's amazing. So we've got a couple of minutes left. Terry, tell us a little bit about your thoughts about tonight's match. You're playing a very tough USA team. Just tell us your thoughts about how you think it's going to go.
Well, growing up in the U.S. system, I know that fight is 2/3 of the story. But this team also has a lot of skills, a lot of experience, and they're not going to give up before they're dead. So
it's true.
We've got to do the same thing. We're planning to, too. So I think it'll be a great match to watch. So my invitation is also on anybody that likes sports at all. You don't have to just like volleyball. I think you'll get the hang of it when you see it. You'll notice how excited these people are about what they're doing. And it'll be fun because we're having fun.
It is a fun, great night, and Terry hit it right on the head. I watch these teams as they play, and I mean, smiles are everywhere. You make a little mistake, and you just kind of smile and laugh it off. You have a great play, and that joy is there as well. I'm not going to ask for a prediction; that's not fair to ask. But you've played USA already. Because of the way that the pool play works, and so all the teams have had a chance to see each other. What do you think is their greatest strength, and how do you think that you're going to counter it?
For me, their defense is probably the thing that could kill us. We're not going to let it.
So there is a prediction there.
Definitely. I have to go in positive, otherwise I can go home.
You might as well.
No, this is a thing. They don't give up, and their defense is good. They're standing there where they're supposed to be most of the time, and if they aren't, they move to the ball, and all of them do. So we're going to have to keep moving and keep them moving the whole time.
I think that's important strategy, obviously, and as you said earlier, Jeff, it's. They play with speed and with accuracy, but there's also so much experience on the court, and so many times where you've been in clutch plays and clutch games when it really mattered and it makes a difference, and you rise to the occasion. And I see that year after year every time that I'm involved with this event.
May I just ask, what is your position? Are you normally an outside hitter?
I used to play all the different positions on front row, and now I play back row specialist. I'm a libero.
You're a libero?
I am.
At your size?
Well, I'm getting old, and the knees don't do the jumping very much. Well, no, the jumping they might do, they just don't land very well anymore.
For those who may not know, explain what the libero is.
Libero is a back row specialist that also at the Huntsman can come in and serve. For one position, they can come in and serve, but they could come in for almost anybody back row and play the defensive positioning to get the fight going.
Without a formal substitution.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
And Petra, what's your position? Where do you play?
I'm a hitter because I'm the taller ladies between the two of us. And
as you said, 1.8 meters.
Yes. So I'm the hitter.
And let me just reiterate. We've kind of said this a few times, but let me reiterate. When Petra says that she's the hitter, like she's really hitting the ball hard.
Yes.
She's jumping up high into the air, and she's hitting the ball down hard. And, as Terry said, USA has got to defend that. That's got to be a key that's going to be crucial to their success if that's the way that it's going to go. But it's going to be a great match tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. Just let me bring this up. I'm not sure if either of you know, maybe you do know the history of the Global Cup, but neither Germany nor the United States has won a Global Cup for the women.
Right.
And as I said, we alternate back and forth. And so we've had a U.S. I don't think we've had a German team win for the men either. But so this is historic. This is a big deal. So what does that mean? Just in 10 seconds or less?
We'd like to put it in our side. But hey, that's the way the U.S. is going to see it too.
If it's going to go some way, it might as well go your way, right? Well, once again, let me just reiterate, we have a great match in store tonight. It's the best 3 out of 5, so it's going to be a lot of volleyball. It starts at 7 o'clock, and we have a great introduction of the teams. We really do it up right and try to have a lot of fun with them while they're here. It's at 7 o'clock at Desert Hills High School. It's free. Bring your family, bring your friends. Come out and watch some amazing volleyball. And just a couple more days to wrap up the Huntsman World Senior Games, and then we start getting ready for next year.
That's right.
So thank you for joining us today on the Huntsman World Senior Games Active Life. Until next Thursday, stay active.
Goodbye, everyone.